Got Darrel Rundus for another 20 minutes or so where this is going to be taking your phone calls. Hey, let's just go ahead and go to those now. Kurt in Ohio, you're on the air with Alex Jones and Darrel Rundus. Go ahead. Hello, Kurt. Come on down. Yes, go ahead.
Al, how you doing?
Good.
I brought this up to Jason the other day. My 9-year-old daughter has to go through anger management classes, her whole class, and it's being sponsored, one, by Hallmark, and two, by the Boys and Girl Scouts. I thought that was a little interesting.
Yeah. They're taking all the major corporations, all the major organizations, the Boy Scouts, everything, and they had this in the Soviet Union, and they admit that's what it is. This is re-education. This is political brainwashing. This is going to teach them to notice their sexual difference or to notice their racial difference and to be obsessed with it and report it and tattle. And the Boy Scouts are being trained to tattle on their parents in England, the U.S., Europe. They're being trained to spy on their neighbors. They're being trained to take on veterans and confiscate guns. This is mainstream news. And yes, I mean, the government's not playing games. They know they're losing the people. And so they're coming in to take over the youth. And the New York Times brags, and I've had parents call me en masse. You know, their kids come home and say, you can't take a bath anymore. That's bad for the environment. Hey, Mom, that light bulb's wrong. And then you're supposed to encourage them. Oh, good, you tattled on me. And then once it's set to do it for the environment, they then bait and switch. And by the way, what are the guns? So see, they prime it with something that sounds popular. Oh, they're just tattling and reporting on you for the environment. But now it's going to be for everything. And folks, you know, there's only a few degrees between liberty and tyranny. Okay, and once they have warrantless wiretapping and indefinite detention, it can take your guns because you're on a secret list, and they're training your kids to spy on you. It's one more degree, and your mass death camps and black uniforms and marching, because scum gets into government, evil gets into government, and it's its nature. Even when Stalin had total control of Russia, no one was resisting him. He said, kill 20 million people. You know, Lenin, when they were taking over Ukraine, they said, there's no one resisting us. They said, I don't care. Continue to kill. I want terror, more blood. And he wrote bizarre poetry that's public poetry about, I want to destroy the earth, destroy the sun, a great blackness. He would go to a little island with all these white rabbits. And they kind of put that in the Clint Eastwood movie off of that story. You know, when the guy opens the trunk up and there's white rabbits and he's shotgunning them crazy. Lenin would go and just rip white rabbits apart and roll around for hours, just convulsing. Darrel Rundus.
Well, I just tell you what, Alex, this is another good reason why we need to do a You Do News. I mean, take this guy. He has his, what is it, his daughter or his son? I can't remember. But what a great story for him to report on. He could sit there and interview his daughter and then upload it to You Do News, which is going to ultimately take the place of the mainstream media. Because people are fed up with the lies they're being told by the mainstream media. Look, I owned the world's largest newspaper circulation sales and marketing firm. I've worked with all the biggest newspapers from the New York Times, the LA Times, and they're all in it for the money, period. I've seen stories thrown on the ground that need to make the front page, but they don't because they're not sensational enough. So the bottom line is simply this. Look, we need to empower people, and one good thing they can do is to bring light into darkness. Hey, how much darkness can absorb the light? None, right? Light always beats the darkness. And when we expose light, when we start reporting stories like this one, this guy just called in and upload it to a You Do News website where people can be informed, people can be woken up to the truth and to the reality.
Absolutely. Kurt, going back to you, still there?
Yeah, I'm still.
What
here.
else? I mean, yes, I'm aware of what you're saying. Go ahead.
I said not only am I going to interview my daughter, like your guest said, I have a interview, or not an interview, but an appointment with her teacher, and I'm also in process of trying to get the local school board here to get back in touch with me, because like you had mentioned, the Soviet-style schooling, I had read Charlotte Iserbyt's Dumbing Down of America, and after I read that and then this was put in front of my face, I knew exactly what I was confronting.
Yeah, and first it starts with sensitivity training, then it's, are your parents being mean to you? I mean, it's like this little girl in the office. They called all the kids into the computer lab, took them one in after the other, would look at their legs, say, is mommy mean to you? Are they sometimes rude and tell you not to do jobs? It's even how to trick them. And the little girl's like, yes. Oh, we're going to take you from your mommy then.
I mean, wouldn't it be great to be an independent news journalist and say, hey, I'm with You Do News, I'm doing an expose.
Darrel, I'm going to get behind it.
I'd like to talk to the school kids.
Are you kidding?
To the principal, and then put them on You Do News and expose, bring the New World Order into the light.
Hey, I want to link to alternative video
sites. You know what
sites.
happens to cockroaches when you turn on the light? They run.
Hey, good to hear from you, Kurt. Keep it up. Let us know how this develops. Jeff, Catalina, David, Jake, stay with us. The good old folks at New Silver Solution. And the website is supernaturalsilver.com. Supernaturalsilver.com. This is something that kills bacteria, viruses, you name it, well documented. They've got it down to a super small, nano-sized particle. Supernaturalsilver.com. Check them out at Infowars.com. Supernaturalsilver.com. Darrel Rundus has a joke before we take more calls. Go ahead, Darrel.
Hey, look at Alex. He's on. He's all spiffed up. You know, he said he'd take me to dinner later tonight. I think his wife has something to worry about there, Alex. You get all dressed up for me there, big boy?
Absolutely there, Rundus. Very funny joke.
I'm married. I got 5 kids.
All right. Very good. No, you know what? I got an earpiece in. I'm starting to wear sports jackets on air. I think I should respect the audience enough, and I'm wearing a favorite 15-year-old T-shirt here.
You'd be like Brokaw and, Cronkite and those guys looking all stiff in your jacket there.
No, you know what? If it means we can reach more people, I'll wear I'd wear a clown
polka dot hat.
I'd wear a pink polka dot hat if I could reach more people.
Hey, he's a cretin from the planet Pop-Tart. Don't listen to him. No.
I remember that caller, yeah. No, people really believe I'm a reptoid ruler, 14 trillion years old. I got to be honest with you. I'd like to be 14 trillion years old and have been seen the galaxy. Hey, but I'm not. I promise you, it's a conspiracy theory. I'm not from Planet Pop-Tart.
Hey, in fact,
and I'm not a reptoid.
It's funny. This verse always reminds me of you in the Bible. It says, Lord, teach us to number our days that we may gain a heart of wisdom. And nobody makes more of a day than you do. I mean, you get more done in a day than anybody ever met.
Oh, Darrel, please stop it. Good Lord.
It's the truth. I mean, it's the bottom line. And in fact, I don't even know how you handle it when people call in and say, oh, Alex, you got to do more of this and do that. And I just blow up on them.
Well, I actually appreciate most of it. I got a book that I'm supposed to get done that I'm working on, and we're working on 2 films right now, and I get so busy I don't even, get to everything I'm supposed to.
Did you get those jet-powered roller skates that I sent?
No, but that would help. That would help.
You need them.
But the issue is, I'll tell you what's beautiful, is the people are doing what we're talking about, and they're doing it better than I could in many ways. And the activists, they're going to these media events where the establishment is meeting and taking them over just with, political questions and things and getting the news. And the system realizes that the people that love liberty and freedom and the truth, we are infesting, in their view, the entire system and taking over. I mean, I've had CBS News call me. I've had Politico call me today. The entire establishment, thanks to you, Darrel, supporting us and many others, is starting to pay attention to what we're doing. Look at how they're trying to co-opt Ron Paul. But as they do that, that only, makes our movement that much bigger because they can't co-opt Ron Paul. We're about information and facts and data and reality. And so their old tricks aren't going to work, Darrel.
Look, people know the truth when they see it. And the truth will always, come to the surface. And there's people, once again, where is the power, Alex? Is it with you? No, it's with you and you and you and you and all those other people out there in the world today. We all have the power, but we got to do something with it. We got to number our days that we may gain a heart of wisdom. We got to make the most of every opportunity and every day. And once again, You Do News is a great opportunity, a great platform for them to get the word out. I
can't wait till it's up. Listen, we'll post a bunch of my videos there, and I'll point people at it. I just hope you've got the bandwidth, Darrel.
Well, we're going to do whatever we can to make sure. In fact, we've got a server room and then another backup server room on different power grids. So even if they try to shut down the whole grid.
Just so you know, with video though, if you get a lot of, you need CDNs.
No, I'll be talking to your tech guys because I'm going to need all the help we can.
Yeah, we're going
to need. I'm impressed with the way you guys.
We're not. Believe me. My guys could do a lot more if I had more money, but the point is that we've learned through trial and error, and we've learned a lot. Now, listen, Darrel, I want to go to calls. I want folks to know more about you. You want to tell folks about the big Christian ministry you started that's now a national TV show?
Yeah, I mean, the Great News Network's a ministry of a bunch of different Christians all around the country who are actively waking people up. And because we know the first priority is someone's soul, while they will start in the natural and tell people about the Fed or about evil tyrannies or the craziness that's going on in Washington, D.C. or, any of these other things, we know ultimately if that person wakes up, continues to fight the New World Order, but ends up in hell in the end, what good did we really do them? So,
well, Darrel, I want to thank you for your generous support in the past, and I want to thank you for your support in the future. And I want to tell you, you say you're starting with something big. It is big for you to start a radio show, and I'm the one that's been pushing you, and Ted's offered you one. You really should start at least a 3-hour weekend show and also simulcast it on your new TV station. Well,
that's what we're going to do. We're going to do on a Rundus. It's going to be called the Rundus Report. And in 60 days, we'll go beta. And in about 90 days, I'll start doing a weekly report called the Rundus Report. And
this video your guys did here with you pushing the
10 Commandment.
10 and win. Com. That looks really good. So you got some good guys.
We've got good media guys. We got great web work. I'm just haven't caught up on the curve when it comes to.
No, I know people when I did last year's Money Bomb, they're like, "Where's the new studio?" It took me months to find the cheapest, best place. Then I had to move, do all the contracts. Took them months. Had to move in, put it all in while I was doing everything else. Then get in here, and now we're ready to go to the next level.
That's what
I mean. It takes time when you're small.
I think there's a big disconnect between mainstream media and what you're able to accomplish because they got literally unlimited amounts of money. It's like the government. They don't care about how much money they spend because they never have to pay it back. So those mainstream media, they can throw billions and billions and billions of people's dollars at it and then get bailout after they go broke.
Look at what we've done, though, with the equivalent of 1/100th or 1/1000th of what they do.
Incredible.
And think what other people can do. But I'm done ranting about that. The point is, we can win if you take action. There are a lot of you smarter than me and Darrel, more active. We've all got different gifts, different combinations of those gifts.
And You Do News isn't the answer to everything. Once again, it could be pick up your bullhorn, wear a T-shirt, like we do, pass out some literature, break the ice with people. Here's a great way to get a CD, a DVD, or whatever message in somebody's hands. You know what I got to say is, hey, do you like the government? What do you say?
No.
There, you'll need this.